Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Check. My name is Perez Ezwakwa, and today we are interacting with Accra Hearts of Oak midfielder Emmanuel Nettey. Before the Ghana Premier League fell to the coronavirus pandemic, Nettey was one of the best players on the local scene. We are going to ask him how it has been with life without active football. He has been likened to Ghana midfielder Mike Lacey. We want to know how he feels about being mentioned in the same sentence as one of Ghana's greatest midfielders. We are also going to look into his future and what he intends to achieve the next couple of years. This is Sports Check. I am Perez, and we'll be back after this break. Welcome back from the break. Emmanuel Nettey of Hearts of Oak is my guest. Charlie, how are you?
Cool, bro.
You know, how has the last 3 months been for you? You were in great form for Hearts of Oak. Then I think you guys had a game against King Faisal when the announcement came that the league has been suspended. How did you guys receive that piece of information?
That message was a blow to us, considering the journey we made to Techiman to play King Faisal. We were supposed to play on a Monday, so we went there on a Saturday, rested, went to the stadium to watch 11 Wonders play Dwarfs on a Sunday. So after we thought we were going to play on Monday, went back to our hotel, and then the news came in about this COVID-19 that our match has been suspended. We were down, considering the form we really hit to that game. So we were very disappointed, but then we just had to take it in good faith and then return back and see what was next.
So how have you been coping with this whole COVID thing? We've been through some phases, pre-lockdown, lockdown, and post-lockdown. You know, there's no active football in Ghana here. How have you been, keeping yourself in fit? Because unlike me, you look very fit.
Yeah. It's just training. One of the disciplines of a footballer is supposed to be your training. With or without football, you just need to keep on training, because you don't know when the time is going to be. So you just need to prepare to wait for the time, not to wait till the time is in there before you try to.
Was playing outside one of your targets for the season that I was going to excel for Hearts of Oak? Then maybe by halfway through the season or by the end of the season, perhaps some club in Europe would have, spotted you. Was that one of your targets?
I would say that is every footballer's target, so far as you're in Ghana, because you know how our game is like in here. When you travel out there, you gain the exposure, the money, whatever you need, it's out there. So I know every footballer, any footballer in Ghana would jump at the chance of traveling outside, and I am one of those people. I just need to do my best for Hearts of Oak, and then I see what the future holds.
Now I'm coming to the clubs themselves. From a policy perspective, do you think that it's time that players are enrolled on insurance packages so that when things like COVID comes, you'll be able to mitigate some of the impact of this? Is that the time?
Yeah, it's high time clubs really do educate the players on insurance stuff, because we as footballers, after our career, there is no insurance package waiting for anybody. There is no pension pay for anybody. So clubs need to really educate we the footballers, because people see us not to be very learned. And with things like this, it's going to help us, because after football, we've seen a whole lot of great players who when we see them, it's so sad that they played one of the best in the country. We heard their names, but then they couldn't make a life out of it. And if there were insurance packages, they were educated on that, I think it would have helped them. Yeah, so I think we really need to be educated on that.
This is Sports Check. We are having a conversation with Emmanuel Nettey of Accra Hearts of Oak. So far, we've spoken about how he's been coping with this whole coronavirus thing. The next phase is about his future. What's next for Emmanuel Nettey, the midfielder that most Hearts of Oak fans love so much? We basically don't know a lot about you. We know you played for Inter Allies, but how has your journey been from Coats to Hearts of Oak? Because a lot of people got to know you when you signed for Accra Hearts of Oak. I remember there were a whole report about your age and other things. Firstly, how did you take those reports about your age?
I'm a very strong person. Mentally, I'm very strong. So I think we were going to play Wafa on a Wednesday. I signed on Monday. I went straight to camp on Tuesday. So we were in our hotel, and then I just decided to surf the net. And then I saw news about my age making waves. At the first, when I saw it first, I asked myself, where from this? Because I haven't had any interaction with anybody for something like this to be up there. And the mockery, the insults that came, after I opened my phone, I just dropped it, prayed to God. If this is a reason, if this is a cause to distract me from my first game for my club, God, you brought me here. You know the reason why you brought me here. So just let your way be done in my life. So I just dropped my phone and then I went to bed. I woke up the next morning and calls were coming from my people at home about what's going on. I told them they should keep calm. You know me. Maybe there's been a misinformation somewhere. So let's just put this behind. I have a game. It's my first game. I need to make the name for myself. So let me just concentrate on the game. And after the game, we'll see to this thing. So I just took it as one of those things.
So you were disappointed with that with that news, but you relied on your God, and your God made you recover.
I relied on my God, and I always believe there is a blessing in every situation. Because that waves actually shot my name even without kicking a ball for Hatofuk. And by God's grace, I went down to the field. Even when I felt I didn't do so well, the fans felt I was the best player on the field.
Reports, I think you played against Wafa.
Yeah, my first game was Wafa.
And, Wafa at Soga Kope is usually a Waterloo. When Hatofuk go there, that 5-0, Heart fans will never forget. But you guys went there and drew that game. How was it for you? How was your first Hatofuk game?
I didn't feel any pressure playing because I had 3 training days section with the team. Usually to take time for other players to join, but then I always believe whatever I am and whoever I am is just the grace of God. What I have been through, I know nobody can be in my shoes for a second, but then I just thank God I just hit the ground running with my first game. These are guys I've been playing with, not with Hatofuk, but then I've been in constant touch with most of them, so it really helped me to stay in the team within that short time.
You sound like quite a very religious person. There's this idea, belief, or myth about juju in football. For someone as religious as you are, do you believe that phenomenon exists in football?
I don't believe it. I don't believe in that, because he who lives in me is greater than what you are bringing to me. And I've always relied on God from my very young age, being a child, a kid growing up. I've always relied on God, and nothing is going to take that belief away from me. Because no matter what you are bringing to me, I know there is somebody I can counter you with, and you are really going down. So if you are coming with your juju and I have my God, okay, let's go out on the field, and then let's see who is going to come out.
So that's quite interesting. So how has it been like me playing for Accra Hearts of one of Ghana's biggest club in Ghana here?
It's really been a joy, and I'm very happy donning the colours of Hearts of Oak, because this is one of the biggest clubs in Africa, and I would say the biggest club in Ghana, because they are continental club champions.
Your people in Kumasi will not agree to that.
This is my opinion. This is what I believe in. We are the biggest club in Ghana. They can have theirs. This is mine. So whether they choose to agree or not, Hearts of Oak is the biggest club in Ghana. You
sound like someone who just doesn't play for Hearts of Oak, but someone who also loves the club. Do you grow up a Hearts of Oak fan?
Yeah, I grew up as an Hearts of Oak fan, but then I had to play other clubs before, because I believed in the timing of God. If I'd rushed to play Hearts of Oak because I'm a staunch Hearts of Oak fan, maybe I wouldn't be making waves like now. But then it is just time. We plan, but God decides. He says, this is the time you need to play for Hearts of Oak. And this is the time. And He's making things good in His own way.
So with your years of watching Hearts of Oak, we've seen Don Bote, we've seen Charles Taylor over the years, we've seen a lot of Hearts of Oak players. Who is that player that you love so much? Who do you think is the best player that you've watched in Hearts of Oak jersey?
I wouldn't say there is a best player, but if I am to choose a best player, I would say Bernard Dombote. But then their crop of players, their generation of players were just a delight to watch. Because I had to come to the stadium just to see these great players play. Charles Taylor, Joan San, Emmanuel for Cobson, Ajatete. Samia J, Ebendida. These are players I had to meander my way through to see them play. And I'm happy I really watched and I learned from them.
Of course, you're paying your quota to Hearts of Oak, and so far it's been good for you. Did you anticipate your early days of Hearts of Oak to be as successful as they've been? Because you are basically the poster boy for Hearts of Oak now. Every Hearts of Oak fan mentions your name. What's the secret, and did you expect this?
My secret is just God. It is just God. Yes. Yeah, people have helped me. People helped me in taking decisions. But then I believe God put them in my way to help me. So I would say it is God.
But did you think your Hearts of Oak, your early days will be as good as you've experienced so far?
I came to this club with so
Because normally when you join such a big club, there is pressure from the fans, from even your friends are like, Charlie has the big team, or go if you go slack. Only few players are able to overcome that psychological thing and play their heart out as you've done so far. How were you able to do it?
It's all depends on you, the player, your mental toughness. I know Hearts of Oak is is the biggest clubs in Ghana. So there is so much pressure on you. You need to churn out the results every weekend. The supporters need the 3 points. The management needs it. You, the player, need that 3 points to have your bonus. So this playing for Hearts of Oak comes with so much responsibilities and so much responsibilities. But then it is up to you, the player. You need to psych yourself. You need to be very strong in there, because the supporters are going to come to the park. They want the results. They are going to scream at you. You are on the field. You also want the results. You don't listen to what the supporters are saying, because at the end of the day, you have your coach who gave you a specific instruction, tactics to play to. If you don't play to the coaches and you are listening to the supporters, if you don't get the results, the supporters are going to come at you.
How has it been working with Coach Odum? Initially, he wasn't the coach. He came after Coach Kim Grant. How has it been playing under him?
It's been great working with Coach Odum, because it's more like a father figure to me. And it's one of the reasons I joined Hearts of Oak. Yeah, honestly, it's one of the reasons I joined Hearts of Oak. So I've worked under him, even though he hasn't coached me in a team. I've worked under him. He's been like a father figure to me. He's been calling me, advising me on things, what not to do and what to do. So it's been great working under him. And this is somebody who has the heart of a father. He knows how to relate to his players. Yeah, so it's been great working under him.
In your first Super 2 clash, that's the game against Marseille Asante Kotoko, Charlie, that pass you gave it, I think you were excellent on the day, but unfortunately Hearts ended up on the losing side. How did you take that defeat, that you do your best, but it ends in tears, as they say, for your darling club?
It was a strong blow to me, because I didn't want to. If I was going to lose any game, it shouldn't have been against Kotoko, because we know the rival between these two clubs. But then we came out there, at the end of the day, God decided, you need to take the lose today. We just had to take it in good faith. Yeah, we gave out one of our best performances on that day, but then the results just did not just favor us that day. So it wasn't the end of the road. I think that's the only game I've lost.
What went wrong for Hearts of Oak on that day?
Nothing went wrong. Nothing went wrong. The day wasn't just meant for us. It was meant for them. So we just take it in good faith and then we continue with that.
But irrespective of that defeat, Hearts of Oak fans still showed you love. It's like you are building some special relationship with the Hearts of Oak fans. What do you think? Because they normally tend to be, Charlie, if you don't give your best, they tend to turn the heat to you. But you in particular, they love you so much.
Yeah, I'm one person I've known how to relate to fans a lot, because every day you have the opportunity to learn something new. If this fan is paying tickets to come watch me, and out of anger he says something, yeah, it was because I did something bad. If I'd done something good, the applause would have been there. So if he comes out to say something, I know it was because of the love he had for me. That is why he says something like this. So I'm one person I usually like to take the criticisms that comes more than the praises, because with the criticisms it really helps me to be a better player for myself.
So what has been the best game for you in Hearts of Oak jersey so far?
The best game I would say was at it's between Dansoman Liberty and then Dreams FC.
I supported Liberty, and Charlie, that day you guys, what you did, we weren't happy at all. But what's about that game that
Yeah, considering we were down by a goal and there were some few minutes to win the game, but we just had to psych ourselves up. We can do this. Just turn the game around and then win at the last minutes of the game. And after that game, that was where I felt the support and love from the fans towards me.
You made an incredible gesture to a lifelong Hearts of Oak fan. Ghana here, normally we don't see players giving out jerseys to fans, but you did that. First of all, how did you spot that man?
Yeah, it was. I had to get in contact with Felix Rumak, na Genevieve, na Meli Bedina, and then try to do something for the man who supported Hearts of Oak.
How did you see him in the first place?
I've always seen him coming around to watch Hearts of Oak play. So I was just like, need to do this for this man. So I got into contact with the help of Felix, Genevieve, and then we were able to support him. We did that because at the end of the day, it is not just about the football. The lives of people really matters, because without them we wouldn't be here playing, and they make the game really lively. So we needed to get in touch with the small ways we can.
And I think that has been one of the incredible stories from the Ghana Premier League so far, that a fan who claims to have watched Hearts of Oak for over 50 years, and now finally a player of Accra Hearts of Oak, recognizes his contribution to the team and says, okay, I want to give to you a jersey. I don't have much to give you, but I'll just give you a jersey to show how much I appreciate you. Among your Hearts of Oak colleagues, who is your favorite? Who is that player that you see then you become happy, the one you relate to quite often?
Yeah, I would say Roberta, because I played with him at Pure Joy. I played with him before I left, so I already had that ties with him before joining Hearts of Oak. So it's more like a brother to me. But then we have this friends. I have a lot of friends.
You have been tagged as the next Michael Essien by another Hearts of Oak former player, Emmanuel. Is he one of your idols?
Yeah, Michael Essien and Emmanuel are both my idols. But then I am Emmanuel Nettey. Yeah. I am unique in my own way. Yeah, so I try to take the tags are going to come. Is Michael Essien, one of the biggest stars in Ghana. So I'm very happy to be tagged along them. But then I'm Emmanuel Nettey. I have my own style of playing. I just need to take the positives out of Michael Essien, add up to Emmanuel Nettey, and I'm sure I can be even better than Michael Essien.
I spoke to former Great Olympics coach Kofi. I don't know if you know him, and he said to him, you were the best player in the local league. Is it something that you agree with? Do you think that based on what you've done for Hearts of Oak and looking at players of your other clubs, you are the best?
I'll just thank God views like this are coming from people who are into the game. I'll just come up there to do my best. If the fans and the big men see it good to say I am the best, then so be it. I just come out there not trying to be the best for myself, but to be the best for my club.
So who is that one player maybe in the other club that you think has excelled greatly in the season? I
won't go to other clubs because I don't really monitor their games. It's all about my club and making sure we can do better. So, and I have a lot of these guys in my club who are really doing better. If you look at our goalkeeper, Atta is doing very good. Yeah. Raddy is doing very good. Robert Addo is doing very good. Lately, Larry Smiler is doing very good. Yeah, Afutu is also doing very good.
But of course, people will mention Justice Blay, Adebayo, Mohammed, Yahya Mohammed as some of the standout players there. You've met them. What do you make of? What's your opinion about their talent?
Yeah, I met Justice Blay. I've been able to play with him, but then it was a midfield. It wasn't just me. Yeah, Justice Blay had Mudasiru alongside, and then Wana Meyao. Yeah. I had Ansa, I had Afutu. So it was the three of us, not Emmanuel Nettey pitting his strength against Justice Blay. Yeah, they won. He scored Justice Blay is a very good player, and I really admire him. Yeah, I really admire him. But then it was a midfield game. It was a game. It's a team till everybody achieves, but not just me. So I wouldn't say I've been able. I've faced an opponent. No. It's the team that faced the team. So yeah, most of these guys are doing good, and I'll really encourage them to.
Well, it's Sports Check. My name is Perez Ezwakwa. We are having a conversation with one of the best midfielders in the local league, Emmanuel Nettey. He's spoken so far about the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on his career as a footballer. We've also touched a few things on Accra Hearts of Oak, his favorite Hearts of Oak player of all time. We are going to take the conversation a notch higher to his dreams, maybe Black Stars, the club he supports abroad, and maybe one player that he so much loves that he is modeling his football career after. So we'll be back after this break. Welcome back from the break. We are entering the last phase of our interaction with Hearts of Oak midfielder Emmanuel Nettey. I'm just going to ask a few questions about, what's next for him after Accra Hearts of Oak, the football club he supports, and also, Charlie, the controversial topic about women and footballers. Charlie, you said a whole lot of things, but you are now doing well for Accra Hearts of Oak. I'm sure you have your, vision, you have your plan. Where do you see yourself in the next 3? Which club do you want to play for in the next 2-3 years?
Currently, I'm with Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
I have a contract with Hearts of Oak. If there is a contract and they feel it's okay for me to go, I'm sure they are going to allow me. I don't want to jump ahead of myself, because I've seen people saying within the next 2 years I'm going to be here, and then it doesn't happen that way. I just believe in God's timing for everything. Whatever plans I have, I know at the end of the day, it is God who is going to decide, Emma, you have to be here. If I'm going to start in Togo, that is what God believes is going to help me. So I just need to enjoy every moment of myself being with Hearts of Oak for the time being.
But what was that dream club that, if you sign for that club, you will say, Charlie, I have arrived? Me nowadays, which club will it be?
It's Barcelona.
Are you a Barca fan?
Yeah, I'm a Barca fan.
Why Barcelona?
I love their style of play, and I joined Barcelona when I had to. I was a Manchester United supporter, but then when Manchester failed to sign Ronaldinho, because Ronaldinho growing up, he was my icon, he was my idol. Yeah, so I had to follow Ronaldinho to Barcelona, and ever since, I've just admired their style of play.
Being a Barca fan, obviously, you pick Messi over Ronaldo. What do you think makes Messi so good that places him above Cristiano Ronaldo?
These are two great players. I wouldn't take anything from anybody. But then Messi is giving us performances each and every day, even without goals. I believe Ronaldo's game now is just about goals. Yeah, he's a goal machine. But Messi is a foot. I don't know how to describe Messi, but this is somebody who gives you performances you go to bed and then you just dream about. So Messi over Ronaldo any day.
So you left Manchester United as a supporter because they failed to sign Ronaldinho. Is Gaucho your idol? Is he that player that you wish, or you are modeling your career after?
Gaucho was my idol because growing up I was a number 10 player.
Okay.
I was a number 10 player, but then my coaches saw something different in me, so I have just finally arrived at the DM, and not just a DM. I want to be a register, just like Andrea Pirlo. I'm a deep line playmaker. That is my game. Yes. Yeah. So Ronaldinho was my idol, but then things changed. I had to change, so I needed to focus more on those playing in the defensive midfield role to learn from them to better my game.
But in Ghana here, aside Michael Essien, which other player? I mean, if someone pushes you to the wall and say, Nettey, mention your best Ghanaian player of all time, who would you opt for? Best Ghanaian player of all time?
Jonathan Mensah.
Charlie, how?
Jonathan Mensah.
How? Why Jonathan?
People influence us, not just by playing on the field.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have he's a defender. But then this is somebody who is actually done so, not because I have personal ties with him, but then there's somebody I really looked up to. It is not just about the football, but outside.
So you look at Abedi, Polo, Kofi, Michael Essien, you still think that Jonathan Mensah is the best of?
I was told about Abedi Pele.
Okay.
I was told about Kofi. But I've watched Jonathan Mensah. I have watched Asamoah Gyan. Yeah, they are all great players. But if I'm to choose my greatest Ghanaian player, Emmanuel Nettey, I'm choosing Jonathan Mensah.
I'm a bit shocked.
Shocked, don't be.
That's quite interesting. An interesting pick because, Charlie, not a lot of Ghanaians will mention Jonathan Mensah.
Yeah.
Some people still think that he had the potential, but couldn't reach the level we anticipated. We all thought he would fill the shoes of either Samuel Sekufo or John Mensah, but it's your choice, and I really respect that choice, the choice you've made. You know, in the lead up to Sika Akono's first call-up, your name came up a lot as someone who would, you know, be given a call-up. Unfortunately, a few of your Hearts of Oak players, Richard Atta got a call-up, not you. What's your dream? How would you feel, you know, playing for the Black Stars?
It's every Ghanaian's dream to don the colours of the national team, and I know with time, I won't be an exception. I am going to wear the colours of Ghana one day. I believe so much in my God. Even if it's just going to be for a day, I'm going to don the colours of Ghana to represent my country.
And once you get that opportunity, what different would you do to push us? Because now all we are hoping and looking for is an AFCON trophy. If you want to get a chance to play for Ghana, what would you add to the team that will enhance our chances of winning the AFCON?
I believe it won't just be me, but the crop of players I'm going to find myself in. If we come to a standstill that this is what we need to do for the country, this is what the country needs, and we have the same mindset, I think we can all drive. Because if I'm the only person saying I want to, I can't. It is a teamwork. So if everybody has that same mindset that this is what the country needs, let's do everything we can to win the AFCON for Ghana. Sure, we can achieve that.
All right, that's quite kind of. We are closing down on this interview. I just want to have a few questions. And there's been a lot of talk about footballers and how you guys love women. The pressure is there. You know, you have money, there is fame, the lure to do those things is quite high. How do you balance that with your career in a way that you don't end up, you know, ending on the peripherals?
Yeah, we thank God we've been able to see some of our big footballers, great footballers, marital statuses go like with the likes of Udate Lamti and others. So I like I said earlier, we have people around us. Even if they are not talking to you, you as an individual should know what comes with this your career. You should know what comes with this your career. That women, they are going to come. So far as you have the fame, the money is there, they are going to come after you. But then you need to really sit. I believe things don't just happen. Some of these things are spiritual. So I believe every fight I fight spiritually, physically, it becomes very easy for me. So these are things that are going to come my way. But as an individual, I should be able to stand my ground. This is not going to help me. This is going to help me. Let me just do what is right. When I'm able to hit the top mark, you are going to meet women you haven't met before. You understand? But then it is up to you, the footballer. Those who helped you in the times you were nobody are those you need to be with. Just because you don't have the money now and you think you can call any girl or any woman you like, doesn't make, no. There are things that comes with all these things. So me as an individual, I'm trading cautiously on this ground. I know those I'm with now, and I wouldn't.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have one.
How long have you guys been?
Oh, we've been there for some years now. Yeah.
Is she also a Hearts of Oak fan, just like you?
She has no option. She's not really into football, but then, so far as I am playing, she has to support. She has to pray and love what I'm doing. So she's an Hearts of Oak fan.
You know, you talk so much about Accra Hearts of Oak. You're a footballer, of course. You love Hearts of Oak. If the chance comes, if maybe in the near future, the chance comes for you to cross carpet to Kumasi and take Kotoko, is this something that you would do? Or for you, once you're a Hearts of Oak person, Hearts true and true, no fabu?
I believe after Hearts of Oak, I'm going to get a contract outside. So we just leave that one for time to decide.
Maybe one day, what if maybe, I mean, we don't know where life will take us to, then maybe you get some bumper contract.
I haven't closed any doors on my career. So far as the club is able to meet my demands and they are ready for my service, why not? I'm going to sign.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel Nettey. So this is Sports Check, and we have been speaking to Hearts of Oak midfielder Emmanuel Nettey, who has given us a lot of insight into how he has been coping with this coronavirus pandemic. He has shared his dreams of where he intends to be. He's a lifelong Barcelona fan. He made that move because they signed Ronaldinho. He has also spoken about Accra Hearts of Oak, how he loves the club, and he's open to joining Kumasi Asante Kotoko if someday a good contract comes his way. My name is Perez Ezwakwa.